Hello, everybody. Thank you for clicking on. We are live Thursday, the 9th day of February. And again, thank you for clicking on. Oh, I got to get used to the camera being up there. I normally look at.
Yeah.
Hi, Sissy. Thank you for being here. Sissy's our mod, Mel. She's one of our mods.
Okay.
In chat. You don't have a clue what that means, do you?
No.
Okay. That's all right. That's all right. That's not what you're here for.
Okay.
You're here to talk about the
Erie Canal.
Pop can?
No,
what?
Pop.
It wasn't pop
soda
can.
pop.
Soda pop. That's what it was.
Yeah,
The Erie Canal Soda Pop
Festival,
otherwise known as Bull Island.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're going to get to that coming up here in a little bit. Hi, Casey. How are you? Hello, Roy. Everybody say hi to Melvis, too, by the way. And we're starting a little bit early. The weather's a little bit tricky here, and it's getting really windy and really cold. And I didn't want to take a chance on not having any power. So with that being said, there's the Hot Mess Summer. Oh, my, Melvis, I really wish you could meet Hot Mess Summer. She's from Louisville, Kentucky.
Louisville,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she is, she's one of a kind. All right. Now, see what's happening or what's going to happen as people come in here is you're not part of any of these groups.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
So they're going to be looking at you going, who is this guy?
Yeah. What the hell is he on here?
And what can we yell at him?
Yeah.
Because the chat likes to yell at us up here, you know, occasionally, just occasionally.
Hey, I'm used to being heckled.
Yeah. Okay. Brief history before I get into the news and before we get in what we're going to do. And by the way, it is game night with Mel, and Mel doesn't know this yet, but at the end, we're going to play a game. You're going to play a game with Mel. And is that okay with you?
Sure.
Yeah. We'll be on. So we're going to play a game at the end as we normally do on Thursday nights because Thursday night's game night here. So,
okay.
And this is the first time we've ever had somebody sitting in here. You're the
cool.
The first, and you'll probably be the last.
That's it.
Probably. Well, I mean, you'll come back, but we probably.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll have anybody else ever in here. You know,
it's a thrill.
A thrill. Mark Martin.
Yeah,
it's a thrill.
Yeah, it's a thrill.
This is the guy we jammed with, and after we would get done jamming with him, he'd say, "That was a thrill." Yeah. You had to be there. Love one another. Another says hello, Melvis, and Sissy says Roy says howdy, Melvis, and Sissy says welcome, Melvis, and G Abbott says I can tell how close you guys are. I love the energy already. G Abbott's basement. She is a video genius that cranks out videos at an amazing rate, and they're some are really thought provoking, some are really deep. Most of them are freaking hilarious.
Well, thank you all for making me feel welcome.
Yeah. All right, let's get to new. We're going to do breaking news here. This is how we do it. This is how we do it. We do breaking news. As far as what the mainstream says, the main headlines are. So CNBC says the FBI is investigating the Chinese spy balloon, but much of the evidence is still underwater. What do you think?
They should have been out there to get it when it shot it down.
You would think that they would have shot it down and been right under it.
Yeah.
You know, we're fairly close to it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like we didn't know it was there. It just suddenly popped up.
Yeah, I've been following it for 2 or 3 days.
Okay, NPR, the Syrian survivor of the Turkey earthquake, says Antakya is a ghost city. Nobody left. That was horrible, man.
That's a shame.
15 to 20,000 people and probably more. Fox News says Dem leader Jeffries calls Republicans who spoke out during Biden's State of the Union petulant and childish, is what he called them. Hurtful, you know.
Yeah.
And cut to the bone.
Yeah.
CBS News, Angie Craig, Congresswoman from Minnesota, assaulted in her D.C. apartment building. Yeah.
What's going on?
I don't know. Hopefully it's not, hopefully it's not political, but
Yeah, sure
we always have,
is.
we got to wait a couple of days to find out.
Yeah.
The New York Times headline, Biden finds a political foil as he warns of Social Security and Medicare cuts. I don't think either one of us really wants Social Security or Medicare cuts, do we?
No. I can't think of anybody that does. Okay, here. You're already taking one for the team here.
Yeah.
How about let us just take a little more of that?
Yeah.
We understand you can't afford food and
Right.
everything else, but
and
hey.
And then we'll cut your health care. Oh, by the way, the current health care you have, there aren't any hospitals that will treat what is wrong with you right now under your current insurance.
God.
I laugh about it, but
it's funny because it's true.
I'm dealing with it. And finally, CNN, SpaceX. Who owns that? Some guy starts with an E, doesn't it?
Elon Musk.
Yeah, there you go. SpaceX admits blocking Ukrainian troops from using satellite technology. Whose side is he on?
Yeah, and why, why is he such a big deal? There's a lot of people have a lot of money. Nobody pays any attention to them.
I was trying to get one of them. Supposedly is on here. There's this lady from Canada, and supposedly she makes $7 million a day. Now it's in Canadian, so it's only worth about 30 grand probably down here. But
still pretty.
It's the exchange rate is I don't know 55% or something. Anyway, I said, look, if you make $7 million a day, you could take one of those $7 million and send it down here for Barry's kids. And we could live.
That's a great idea,
isn't it?
Yeah.
Start a little commune.
Oh yeah. Compound.
A compound.
You gotta watch out for compounds.
A non-cult.
Okay.
Totally volunteer. Oh, all right. I'm going to hop back over to the chat for just a second before we get to the other. Sable is waving. Sirius is talking with G. Abbott. So, all right, we'll do the other three news stories and then we'll come back over here and see what the chat's got to say. Thursday night, it's game night with special guest Melvis. And our first story that wasn't really covered in breaking news is North Korea displays enough ICBMs to overwhelm the United States defense system against them. Were you aware of that?
No.
No, I wasn't aware of that either until this.
I wonder if Maddie Mattel knows that they're using earlier.
North Korea has just revealed a large enough number of missiles to conceivably overwhelm the United States defenses against them, blowing a hole in decades of denuclearization and homeland security policies. And they did it. Oh crap! I don't need the notifications. Thank you. They did it in front of everybody.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
oh man.
Yeah. Enjoy these days, right?
Yeah.
Because we never,
Yeah, you never know.
You never know. And again, like I told you when you stopped over, I said, okay, now after the first 3 minutes, and we deal with the nuclear end of the world, we're going to have some fun.
Yeah. On the lighter side.
Yeah. Russia says there will be consequences for the U.S. after the Nord Stream blast reports. Are you familiar with that?
What the hell's the Nord Stream blast report?
Okay. There's a pipeline that went from Russia to Europe. 3 of them actually, but they're Nord Stream 1, Nord Stream 2, and Nord Stream 3.
Okay.
And the one under the Baltic Sea blowed up.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah. And there was a lot of question about who blew it up. Since it, probably wasn't the guys from Stripes. That was my first thought, Bill Murray and those guys went over and blowed it up. So the first thought was, well, it's either England, United Kingdom, or it's Ukrainian Special Forces. We aired a story last night. It turns out that it may have been United States CIA. It's been released that it's United States CIA actually blowing it up. So that's why the escalation talk of nuclear war and the end of the world, because Russia's not going to hold that in high regard,
Yeah.
Unfortunately. So enjoy these days.
Why do they want to do that? Nobody wins.
Yeah, haven't they? Oh crap!
What happened?
I just lost the last story I had.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That one?
No. I hope I can get it back up here. It was, and if not, I'll do it. I'll do it hopefully the next show. No, it's not up here. Russia sends stark warning to the UK after latest move, says bloodshed would be on London's conscience. Yeah, I can't find it right away. Anyway, what it was a map that had been released by the Department of Homeland Security as far as the most likely spots where nuclear weapons would fall.
Oh, the balloon.
No.
Think they were looking for something like that?
No. This was the intelligence they had gathered from other countries, compiled as to where they would be targeting their nuclear weapons in the United States.
Yeah.
And there's like 3 triangles around us. I wasn't happy to see that.
Around us?
Where we are. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
I know. That's why I know. That's why I wanted to show the thing.
Jeez.
Yeah. Nathan Brown's in here. Hello, Nathan. Shelly G, thank you for clicking on Peace, Love, and Unity. Hot Mess Summer saying hit them. All right. This is what we're going to be talking about tonight. And we'll start out with, sorry about that, man. We'll start out with Wikipedia. And here's what Wikipedia has to say about the Erie Canal Soda Pop Festival. Known as the Bull Island Rock Festival, was a rock festival held on Labor Day weekend in Griffith, Indiana, on Bull Island, a strip of land in Illinois, but on the Indiana side of the Wabash River. Crowd estimated at 200 to 300,000 attended the concert, 4 times what the promoters estimated. Food and water went in short supply, and the gathering descended into relative chaos. The show was finished. Remnants of the crowd burned the stage. Mel, you were there.
Yes. Yeah. I was there. It was great.
Okay, we've got a video coming up here in just a couple of moments, but what do you remember?
Well,
Do you remember a lot?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. How old were you?
16.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, and this was 72.
Let me go.
Your mom let you go?
Yeah.
Because
that was when school started. Was
Labor Day weekend.
Right after Labor Day. Yeah.
Okay. So it was like your last blast.
Yeah.
All right.
Been a 4-day concert. That was pretty cool. Thanks, Ma.
And we'll get to the groups that were there and were supposed to be there. We're talking 1972, so 3 years after Woodstock.
Yeah.
And was this before or after Altamont?
I think it was after.
That's what I thought too. I thought there was Woodstock and then Altamont, which everybody said there will never be a worse festival.
Well, they thought this one was worse, but
yeah.
there wasn't that much violence, at Bull Island.
Did it? Okay, that's one of the things I wanted to get out. What
Yeah, well, what made it the worst festival, I guess, is that none of the really big acts played. Black Sabbath was supposed to play. They cut out. The Allman Brothers cut out. Mad Dogs and Englishmen, Joe Cocker. They cut out. All the who was the other one? Rod Stewart. Rod Stewart
was supposed to be there.
Begged out, yeah. And they flew over in the helicopter and saw the crowd and said, we need more money to play in front of that many people.
Oh,
yeah.
And that's kind of what happened at Woodstock too, wasn't it? That all the bands were booked to play in front of a certain amount of people, and then it ended up being a massive blow.
Yeah.
And some of them wanted cash on hand. Okay, is that similar to what?
Yeah, I'm sure it was. But the thing was, we snuck in. And we were there.
Keep that ticket money for some food.
We got there Thursday night.
I don't recommend that, by the way.
Yeah. So we parked the car along the road. There was people everywhere. We just got out of the car probably midnight, going into Friday morning.
Okay, so this is Thursday night going into Friday morning, the day it show starts.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, no, it started Saturday morning.
It started Saturday morning. You get there a day before the show starts to get the best spot.
Yeah.
Okay, when you got there, how many people were already there?
Oh, we were within, by the time we got to the stage and everything, we were within probably the first 500 people there. We got our pick of where we wanted to set our stuff, and that's where we was. We went to sleep, woke up the next morning, and it was people as far as you could see. Wow. He was either stepping over somebody or stepping on somebody. There was no room to walk. It was fun for a 16-year-old.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And how far away were the porta potties from where you guys were?
I have no idea. I didn't even see them. I don't know how we did it. We became like amphibians or something for 4 days.
Shouldn't we have to pee by now?
Yeah. Well, I'm sure we took care of that.
Yeah.
No baths, no food.
Don't forget to give those looks to the camera.
It was $20 to get in. I had $14 in my pocket, so I had to sneak in because I didn't have enough money to get in. And after 4 days, we left, and I still had $14 in my pocket.
How did you do that?
There was enough of everything just floating around that
you kept your money the whole time.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
When I got home, I still had that $14 in my pocket.
Oh, howdy, Annie! Annie just joined us.
Hi there.
Cunning Stunt. Cunning Stunt is one of those evil, wicked women I was telling you about last night that was making fun of me. No, Cunning Stunt and CA from GA or GA from CA are on here once a week, and they are the rare combination of they're both really good looking women to begin with, got great senses of humor, they're intelligent, and
cool.
Yeah, they're great. They're great guests. The people love them. People love them. And last night, my freaking sound box went out, and by mistake, we created a brand new segment. I got to admit, I was pretty angry when it happened last night, but I went back and watched it this evening, and it's freaking hilarious. But anyway, and Modest. I forgot to mention Cunning's Modest also. Sorry. Yeah, that was the last one. Lori Arnold said, "Who's the stud, Barry?" This is Melvis, Lori. Lori's another dear friend.
Hey, Lori.
Yeah, she's a unicorn.
Oh,
She's an incredibly unique individual. Yeah, this is Melvis, and a brief background. We lived together for a while.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not in that way, but you know, Mel's Mel's a guitar player that became a drummer, right?
Yep.
Out of necessity. You got to a gig and the drummer didn't show up, and you said, "What the hell? I'll play drums."
Yeah.
And you've been drumming for 45, 50
years.
50 years.
Yep. Fun stuff.
And we played together, what, 15, 20 years?
Yeah, we did a lot of jamming.
We did a bunch of jamming, wrote some great songs.
Different places.
And we played a...
Yeah.
What was
what
was the weirdest place that you felt that we played?
Oh, well, probably the talent show.
Oh yeah, well, yeah, that talent show.
It was a great place.
Oh, great venue.
The judges were
the Ritz Theater, and we burned up 5 songs. Had light show with it, and
to start we had to pay to play.
Right, everybody had to pay to play because of renting the theater, and we had a really good video.
Yeah.
Out of that,
yeah.
But it's gone.
Yeah.
Okay, to me the weirdest place was Rushville.
The saloon.
Yeah.
Oh my. Yeah, I forgot about that. You're right. Oh man.
You want to tell them a little bit about it?
2 doors down from the police station. The place is full of bikers, and they're doing lines of blow off of their table. And I'm looking out the side window because I'm the drummer up there, and I'm looking out the window and here, just
cops
a steady stream of police cars. And everybody else was out back
smoking dope.
And yeah.
Now, that's another thing you got to remember here. Hardly anybody from Indiana watches this, and that's on purpose because in case shit hits the fan, I don't want them knowing who I am.
Good idea.
But we got a bunch of people from other places that watch this, and it's legal. So you're going to see probably in the chat somebody saying puff puff pass, or somebody saying bong hit time, and sometimes they play bingo. They put bingo cards together, and if certain things are said, then you take a drink or dab. Are you familiar with dabbing?
Dabbing?
Dabbing.
No.
It's something I learned about. I'm not going to say which one of the chatters had taught me about it. She knows who she is.
You know who you are.
You know who you are. They got like this concentrated, it's almost like a gel. Okay. And you put it, you take a little dab of it, and you put it in the vape thing that they vape out of. Yeah. And yeah.
So a little dab will do you.
A little dab will do you. That's what they've said. I don't know. By the way, Mel and I may be taking a road trip to Michigan at some point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. For those that I've mentioned might happen. This would be the partner on the live stream. I've got to get a phone that can live stream. I got my sister's old phone. Okay, it's all cracked and shit, but it still works. All right. As far as phone and text, I can't download any apps because the operating system is like a 2.5, and you got to have 13 point to 14 point. It's a scam. They get you.
Yeah, I know.
They get you.
It's unreal. I can't remember ever paying this much for a phone.
No.
That's all I wanted.
Ben Elliott says I'm an Indiana berry. Shit. No, there are people from Indiana that way. Hey, baby, how are you? Baby, this is Melvis, and anybody that has recently joined, this is Melvis. And again, we played music together. We had sex parties together. I mean, not
tape to put over my eyes.
I mean, not celebrity hot tub. Oh, and I told him about the night we were behind that hotel in the car, and Corinne came out, and how the White Snake video had nothing on what we saw that.
Yeah. Good old Corinne.
Good old Corinne. I'm going to be interviewing another Corinne coming up this coming Wednesday, and a lot of people are looking forward to that. So, plug for that coming up this coming Wednesday at 9. And I'm also going to be on Lori Arnold's program Saturday at 7. She's going to interview me. Normally, I'm the one that asks the questions and stuff, but she's going to ask the questions.
Cool.
So, I may get honked off really fast and leave.
No, you wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't do that. Lori actually asked if you wanted to go along with us. Lori and I are going to start from Chicago, and we're going to take Route 66. Even though it doesn't exist anymore, it's not going to stop us. Parts of it still exist. So, and we're going to go to the Santa Monica Pier.
Wasn't that a TV show?
It was.
Route 66.
Get your kicks on Route 66. When it was like that.
Man, there was all kinds of weird shows. 77 Sunset Strip.
Yes. What about the Frankie Avalon and then that Funky Cello, the beach movies?
Oh yeah, those were horrible. But
dude that would. Do you remember the one that the dude had the pointer? And if he did end up pointing himself, and those were, and the rat, weren't they called the Rats? Weren't the motorcycle gang called the Rats or something like that? Yeah, they were
riding mopeds and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, all right. Let's see. We need to get back on track here. I may need to talk to Melvis before the interview. Get the dirt, Lori Arnold's saying. All right. Let's watch the here we go. Make it full screen. So we're like, you can't see us now because we're not in the studio. That we got to go back. But anyway, we're like right down here in the corner, so they're seeing most of everything here. Have you seen this before?
What?
This video we're about to watch?
No.
Okay.
There's nothing the internet likes more than a failed music festival. Perhaps since we've all been ripped off by one at some point in our lives, or perhaps since we envy the people who can afford a luxury cabana, we just can't not look away when a music festival goes down in flames.
There was no electricity, there was no showers, there's no bathrooms, there's no running water.
Chaos and anarchy have reigned since the very beginning of the modern music festival, as anyone at Woodstock or Altamont will attest. But there's one little-known event that truly takes the cake. Back in 1972, tucked away on the swampy banks of the Wabash River, a quarter of a million people
right there. There you are. Oh, wait, there you are.
Death, drugs.
This is the story of the Bull Island, Erie Canal, and Soda Pop Festival. So a little background first.
Oh, God.
The early 70s were a particularly reckless time for music festivals. On the heels of Woodstock and Monterey Pop, tons of young promoters thought, hey, this seems fun and profitable. Why don't we try this in our hometown? Because music festival promoter had yet to be something you could major in, all of these kids were basically winging it. A fake-it-till-you-make-it mentality. Bands were equally naive, lured by the prospect of big payouts, and music fans were determined not to miss the quote-unquote next Woodstock. So, in short, everyone was hyped about music festivals, and very few people were reading the fine print. So this is where our story begins. It's August 1972 in Evansville, Indiana, a small city on the northern edge of the Bible Belt. Two young music promoters, Bob Alexander and Tom Duncan, have just finalized plans to host the Erie Canal Soda Pop Festival. Joe Cocker and Black Sabbath are booked to headline. If Erie Canal Soda Pop sounds a bit whimsical to you, that's not a mistake. Earlier that summer, they had organized the Freedom Festival and Ice Cream Social, a one-day concert held in downtown Evansville. The reason for the innocent-sounding name, it's believed, was to avoid suspicion, perhaps to trick city officials from thinking it would be a massive drug party.
Black Oak, Arkansas.
Of course, being the early 70s and all, it was a massive drug party.
Wait a minute. The
city was not so happy
apologies,
about
everybody. I want to see
It was a massive drug party. Really?
Good thing we never had any of those.
Innocent-sounding name.
They wasn't smoking reefers.
Country Joe McDonald. Give me an F.
F. Spirit.
Oh,
Quicksilver.
Perhaps to trick city officials from thinking it would
Black
be
Oak,
a
Arkansas,
massive
John
drug
Lee
party.
Hooker.
I can't believe.
Of course, being the early 70s and all, it was a massive party. The city was not so happy about damage to their beloved historic baseball field, and after a few attendees skirmished with police, it was enough to make the mayor of Evansville put his foot down and say, no more rock festivals.
Oh.
Big flavors, big fun in a mini size. Carmex Minis. Minis is big.
Sorry about that. Oh, crap. We got another one.
Now, fast forward 1 month, and Bob and Tom have already announced their follow-up event.
Not the Bob
a
and
bigger,
Tom.
better 3-day fest over Labor Day weekend.
Fest.
To be called, of course, Erie Canal and Soda Pop Festival. It was to be held at Chandler Raceway, well outside Evansville city limits and outside the authority of the Evansville mayor. Contracts are signed, bands are booked, the Allman Brothers, Fleetwood Mac, and Rod Stewart round off the lineup. There's even a full-page ad taken out in Rolling Stone. And in no time, ticket orders are flying in. There's just...
Okay, all right. Here we go. The headliners, Black Sabbath and Cocker.
Yep.
What would you do? The Allman Brothers. Man, if this thing would have went off.
Yeah, it would have been awesome.
Black Sabbath, Joe Cocker, Allman Brothers, Cheech and Chong, John Mayhall, Canned Heat, Fleetwood Mac, you know my propensity to Stevie. That's what we'll call it. Stevie. Ball and Jack, Stevie. And Boy Dukes.
Oh, yes.
Bob Seger.
Yep.
Bang. A little band called The Doors from L.A.
Yeah, but they didn't play.
Robbie Shaka.
Rabbi played and tried to get 200,000 people not to talk and smoke while he was on stage.
How'd that work for him?
Yeah, he played through it.
Albert King, Brownsville Station, Smoking in the Boys' Room.
Yep.
Mike Quattro.
I have no idea.
No idea. I bet he played though.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure he did.
Gentle Giant.
They didn't.
Black Oak, Arkansas.
Oh, yeah.
Was Jim Dandy there? They came?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, you're not a Black Oak fan?
No.
Oh, man. I like...
hot and nasty.
Yeah.
Electricity came to Arkansas.
A little band called the Eagles. They did play. Didn't they?
If they did, I don't remember it. Some people said that they did, but they said that they didn't.
The Eagles said they didn't.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
actually, Jeff said, he looked it up and it showed that they didn't play. But, there was
Jeff.
people. Yeah.
Jeff who?
Gardner.
Oh, Jeff Gardner. Okay.
Yeah, they were there. Yeah, many surprise superstars. Yeah, there was a bunch of bands that played there. Boone's Farm, I don't know who the hell
Slade?
Delbert and Glenn is, but
that's Delbert McClinton.
One
you reckon?
problem.
It might have been.
Officials in Warwick County, Indiana, had
You think?
It probably is.
apparently heard all about these stoned, half-naked hippies who overran Evansville a month earlier, and they want nothing to do with it.
Oh.
Even though Chandler Raceway was private land, they sued in court
Now,
to block the
you
festival.
could have just as easily said, these young people that occasionally smoke marijuana and the men take off their shirts. All right, but instead they're half naked stoned hippies.
Yeah.
taking place. And 1 week later, citing concerns about security, sanitation, and traffic, the county's injunction was granted. The festival could not be held legally at Chandler Raceway. Now, Bob and Tom were not particularly worried.
Says you can.
Losing their
Right. We made up this law just because of you.
Yeah.
It didn't exist when you come up with this idea, but it exists now.
Yeah, this guy told me last night that we absolutely don't have to. So there you go.
All right. Were you going to? When did you hear about? When you went with Larry? Right, you and Larry.
Yeah, me and Larry and Kenny Archie and Mark Sipe, Dave Erickson.
There was
a carload.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. When did you first hear about this? Did you hear about it when it was going to be in Evansville? And I mean, or did you hear about it and it was Bull Island is where you were headed?
Yeah, I just heard about it and it was Bull Island and we just jumped in the car and went. There was no plan.
Those are the greatest times, aren't they?
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't do. I mean, it's frowned upon when you're over 60 and you do that crap.
Oh yeah,
but
yeah.
it's still a freaking blast.
Should have known better.
Yeah.
was standard practice at this point. As Tom Duncan told a
Chat's
local paper,
you
you don't have a festival without an injunction.
Nope.
You don't have a festival.
And
without
meanwhile, the hype was getting real. The Chicago station WLS was talking about it nonstop, which was a big deal since their signal could reach basically half the country.
Remember that?
Oh yeah.
But more attention also meant more
Uncle
concerned
Lair.
citizens,
Old Uncle
terrified
Lair.
about what was soon
and
to
Tommy,
be unfolding in their
snot-nosed
backyard.
Tommy.
Like dominoes, each of the neighboring counties also filed injunctions to keep Erie
Hey, I had
Canal
a car
out.
like that.
And in a matter of days, Bob and Tom's Festival was legally banned from all of Southwest Indiana. This is where the panic set in.
Yeah, I bet.
We weren't sleeping at night, Alexander told the Evansville Courier and Press.
Oh,
We thought that everything was going to just go down
love
the
you,
drain.
girls. My
But
my
we spent
granddaughters
over
and
$700,000.
Stephanie's
So
watching
our
because
position
you're
was
on
that
because
we had to do this
she's
festival
watching
some
from
way.
where
Come hell
she's
or high
living now
water,
because
the
you're
people
on,
were
and my
going to have an
granddaughters are
event.
watching and they texted to say hello.
Oh.
And sure
Hey.
enough, a mysterious property would soon come to their attention. The plot of land known as Bull Island was technically part of Illinois, but rested on the Indiana side of the Wabash River. Just one of those anomalies
That
that
looked
happens
like
when a river
you.
changes course over time. For Bob and Tom, though, it was kind of perfect. It wasn't in Indiana, so none of the injunctions applied.
It wasn't in Indiana.
Also,
so
since
you can't
it wasn't
stop us.
directly accessible by
And
any
you can't
road
get there from
Illinois,
Illinois.
it was very
Yeah.
difficult for Illinois authorities to monitor what was going on. It was kind of like international waters.
Yeah. The police
So Bull Island becomes the
Didn't
new
know.
location.
Okay,
if
there
they
we
come
go.
in there or not.
Bob and Tom have become a little more savvy and realized that by waiting to make an official announcement, the county won't have enough time to file an injunction. So they just wait. It's less than a week before the festival is set to begin, and fans are pouring into southern Indiana. Many of them still heading to the original destination of Chandler Raceway, but others are going to nearby towns, sleeping in public parks. Now, suddenly, all those county officials who worked so hard to keep the festival out are thinking, shoot, what if it actually is canceled? What are all these people going to do?
They'll start running. They'll sell drugs. to
Finally,
kids.
in the early hours of Friday morning, Bob and Tom announced the location. And by
Jeez.
afternoon, tens of thousands of people are clogging the roads.
So this is
heading to
you.
Bull
I
Island.
mean, you're in
There
here
were
somewhere.
problems from the
Yeah.
very beginning. Every shoulder of every road leading to the festival site,
It was like
including
a
a
country
4-mile
road
stretch
that
of
we
interstate
just
highway,
pulled
was
off the
jammed
side.
with parked cars.
Like
Rock fans decided to walk
Yeah.
rather than wait out the traffic jams. The road had been built only a week before to haul timber from the island. It is dusty and dirty, and the young people making their way down the road resembled a defeated army.
This defeated army, however, was just stoked to be there.
Wow!
As they settled in and set up camp, they were cheerfully willing to overlook the mess before them. The lack of water and bathrooms, the silence from the stage as technicians fumbled with the sound system. Instead, the festival goers took a stroll down Alice in Wonderland Lane, as it was called, where dealers peddled every kind of drug you could imagine, right there out in the open. After all, there was reportedly only 3 Illinois sheriffs on the entire island. The music fans skinny dipped in the Wabash.
All right, let's fact check as we go here. Was there an Alice in Wonderland Lane?
I didn't know it had a name. Yeah, there was people walking around with, like the Eat It Joe's billboard things on them.
Like the breadboards, or the front and back, and
and it say blotter acid $2 a head, Acapulco Gold $10 a lid,
badass
which
weed.
Yeah, and of course that was a lie.
I know
it was
dried up.
Yeah, probably something they pulled out of the field on their way in.
Do you remember the tie stick? Remember the?
Yeah. I remember it for a minute.
All right. So there was like a, drugs everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Any bad ones? Like we remember Woodstock, and the Woodstock story of, please do not eat the brown acid. Do not take the brown acid.
Yeah.
That happened there?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. There was a guy that we ran into from the, where we always hung out at, and he had just swallowed a hit of purple double dome acid. Whatever that means.
Was it blotter or?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
But
it wasn't on the sugar cube or anything. It was
no. He just popped it in his mouth, and his bread jerker was still pulling it down.
Bread jerker.
And they came over the PA and said, "Do not eat the purple double dome acid. We have many cases in the OD tents now."
And the dude's got it caught in his throat, trying to get it.
Yeah. You looked at everybody like, "Oh my God." As far as I know, nothing happened to him. Yeah. He must have got the good one.
Yeah, the one corner that the guy had his fingers on. Anyway.
They made bonfires from spare wood and sat around drinking Boone's Farm wine. Seriously, so many accounts of this festival.
All right, here we go. Okay. Boone's Farm, strawberry wine. Boone's Farm wine.
Hill.
Boone's Farm wine. Okay.
Boone's Farm apple wine.
Yeah. Somebody was a wild one, huh?
Oh, man.
So was Boone's Farm wine a big deal there?
Yeah, it was about all there was. They had 6 hand pumps when we got there. And the first day, a bunch of idiots were
pumping
up there.
Kegs?
Yeah, they were
Beer?
trying to. No.
Trying to pump water?
Yeah.
Out of what? Out of the river?
Out of the ground. They had, hand pumps. But all the cranked up idiots came in and was being He-Man and broke all the tops off the damn pumps. And the next thing we know, a guy that we know from Anderson was on stage chucking canned Cokes and stuff out into the crowd.
Keep people hydrated.
Yeah. But that's how we knew he was doing it. He looked up, and got your
attention, didn't I hear
it? Guy got blasted in the side of the head with a full can of Coke.
Ow.
Yeah.
Ow.
I had to try some for myself. It was okay.
Yeah.
The next morning, the music officially began. The blues player Albert Kane kicked things off with an especially wild and memorable set.
You remember
Fortunately, it wasn't caught on camera, but
it wasn't caught on camera,
just
but
pretend.
let's just pretend.
Saturday afternoon was also about the time when people began to realize just how disorganized this event truly was. Just imagine, the morning rolls around, you go to refill your canteen, but there's a line a city block long because only 3 or 4 of the water pumps actually work. Next, you go to do your business and realize there isn't a bathroom in sight. After asking someone nearby, they point to a swampy area that was dubbed Turd Field. It's not exactly Bob and Tom's fault.
Nice name. Wow.
Okay.
Forever.
I'm going to go ahead and ask the question now that I was saving to the end. They're portraying this as horrible and totally non-fun and biggest disaster ever.
Yeah. Well, maybe for the idiots that put it on, for a 16-year-old kid, it was great.
Some 400 outhouses were under construction at Chandler Raceway.
They
When
forgot
the
to
location
bring
was
them
switched at the last minute, there wasn't nearly a time to set them back up.
The promoters had promised 400 outdoor privies. One medical volunteer said there were no more than 6.
Let me repeat that. 6. As the days went on, as many as 275,000 people would show up on Bull Island. That means there was roughly 1 toilet for every 46,000 people. That would be like having 1 toilet for an entire sold-out crowd at Wrigley Field.
Hey,
that's
your
what
cup.
Ready?
wow. On there.
Can you send me that?
Everybody's out there
Sure.
whizzing on the damn
Hey, can you send me
terrace
that?
and shit.
Contributing to the sour mood was the fact that Joe Cocker and Black Sabbath had yet to show up.
Yeah.
Both made it into Evansville, but upon seeing that the crowd was well over the 50,000 stipulated in their contracts, they demanded more money. When the promoters couldn't cough it up, the band simply bailed. Although it's
my
also very
fault, man.
possible that they feared for their safety. All in all, the vibe on Bull Island that night remained positive. Despite constant chanting for Joe Cocker throughout the night, the crowd enjoyed some more
You
wild
remember that?
sets, including one from the hard rock band Bertha.
Yep.
Again, none of these were captured on film.
It was right
We'll just
before Cheech and Chong, actually. They were
All
good.
an all-girl band, right?
Yeah.
Bertha, one of the first, and all but forgotten, but they rocked. Here we go.
So far, the weather has been no problem. But there is only one road leading to the site of the Erie Canal Soda Pop Rock Festival. It's sand and dirt.
And here comes
A good hard
the
rain will turn it into a swamp, making it impassable.
He's a
And there will be
scientist,
more misery
obviously.
on Bull Island.
And here it comes.
Oh, yeah. That was
Sure
when
enough,
Cheech and Chong
overnight,
was
a
on.
quarter inch of rain does indeed fall over
Did
the
they
festival,
do
turning the
Earache
grounds
My
into
Eye?
a muddy pit.
I remember
At this
him
point,
doing,
I imagine even the most glasses half full attendees were beginning to notice the
class.
misery around them. One important detail about
Yeah, I
Bull
was trying
Island is
to
that the
sleep.
drug choices were much more sinister than they had been at
pouring down
Woodstock.
rain and
The tiny
fire
medical
had-
team
the
of
smoke
3
was
doctors
coming
and
right
15
over
nurses
us.
was completely overwhelmed, with kids suffering from bad trips, poisoning, and
There's
overdoses.
Elvis.
Acid was laced with
Elvis
strychnine,
is there
bleach
selling-
was sold as
selling,
cocaine. Announcements were constantly
selling
going out over the PA, warning patrons not to take drugs from certain vendors. But it was the lack of food that was really starting to give the event a Lord of the Flies vibe.
Lord of the
A group
Flies
of festival goers
vibe.
are so hungry they
Okay.
find a cow still grazing on the island and decide to slaughter it. Their attempt
I don't remember that, but I do remember the idiot in the food truck that, once he realized there wasn't any food there, he was selling his cheeseburgers for like $10 a piece.
And this is back in 1972.
Yeah. So everybody got upset, and they burnt down his food truck. And the guy kept coming up, stopping the band to tell everybody, hey, if you got to take a whiz or anything, help us out. Go out there. You got a big fire going.
Are you kidding me?
No. And
they were serious. They wanted everybody to go out and pee on fire.
Any way you could put liquid on the fire to put it out, and he walked off, and the band started up again. And 5 minutes later, he did it again
because it's still burning.
Yeah, and they ended up throwing him off the stage.
But you don't remember they chased a cow down and
no
killed it and ate it.
No, but I'm sure it happened.
Leaving behind this grotesque monument, perhaps the perfect symbol for what was now unfolding. The lone food vendor, Reese Catering, was so overwhelmed they ended up raising prices. Gradually at first, but eventually as high as $10 per hamburger.
Dude!
That's $63 in today's money. The crowd puts up with it at first, but quickly reaches a breaking point and begins to loot the mobile kitchen. They steal hot dogs, buns, and whatever else they can find, while the kitchen workers hide in a corner.
Dude's wearing a basket.
And this would happen repeatedly. A tractor full of beer was bum-rushed and robbed. A semi-truck full of bread, soda, and cigarettes was stormed by people who simply threw the goods out into the crowd. At least they were sharing. The music did continue, with Ravi Shankar, Canned Heat, and Black Oak, Arkansas all taking the stage that day. However, the crowd was most hyped to see Rod Stewart and the Faces, the main headliner of the entire 3-day festival. Like Cocker and Sabbath, they too arrived into town, found it a complete mess, and decided to bail. Likewise, Fleetwood Mac, the Allman Brothers, and the Doors would all cancel, leading to long gaps on the stage. With boredom, frustration, and disappointment, a few members of the crowd headed over to the now abandoned catering trucks
when it shows
and began
the
to
stage,
set it on fire.
We're right in front of it.
Okay, let's pop back here a second. Jim Dandy to the rescue.
All taking the stage that day. However, the crowd was most hyped to see Rod Stewart and the Faces, the main headliner of the entire 3-day festival. Like Cocker and Sabbath, they too arrived into town, found it a complete mess, and decided to bail. Likewise, Fleetwood Mac, the Allman Brothers, and the Doors would all cancel.
Jim Morrison's not in the picture.
No, he was dead.
That's
72.
Right.
He
That's
died
right.
at 70, yeah.
With boredom.
Whoa, no wonder they weren't a headliner.
Yeah.
I mean, that totally changes the... Yeah, wow.
And
I hadn't thought about that. Barry Oakley already killed. Yeah, he ran into the fence post on his motorcycle.
He did the same thing Dwayne did.
Yeah.
But he didn't die on the scene.
Right.
He went home and had a concussion.
Head injury. All right. Is this enough or do I let it play a little bit?
Yeah, just a second.
Frustration and disappointment. A few members of the crowd headed over to the now
right in there. Yeah, that could be me. No, but that's in the area where we were. We were center stage, back about 20, 30 feet.
I was there for Farm Aid. Center stage, back about 20 or 30 feet. There's only 2 of us, so it was a lot easier to maintain the integrity of our little area. Did people did you wake up and there were people sleeping next to you and crap?
Oh yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, hell, you couldn't take a step without having to step over somebody.
Or their orgies. I'm sure the crowd wants to know.
I'm sure there were, but not around where we was.
Yeah.
And you couldn't really wander off too far. You never
find your way back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm sure it was going on, but I didn't see
you really do. You think people might have been having sex out there?
Man, I know it's crazy to think that, but they might have.
Okay.
Abandoned catering trucks and began to set it on fire. They started feeding the fire with any wood they could get their hands on, one attendee wrote. Pretty soon you could hear the caterers' gas tanks and tires explode.
If you have to pee, go out and pee on the exploding truck.
Watch the fire. You could see the eerie glow of that fire way into the night.
You remember that?
No.
No?
I was at the ground level, so
Yeah.
there's a bunch of people in the way.
Yeah.
Bounty versus the
okay,
old family
another
dish
commercial.
towel. Drying with
shoot,
a
we
fresh
gotta wait
sheet of
till
Bounty
15
leaves your
seconds
hands
commercial
cleaner
this
than a
time,
used
so
dish towel.
we'll mute them anyway. The Erie Canal Soda Pop Festival. There we go. Get that out of the way. And you know that guy?
Being a health emergency.
He looks like
and
a
is now
lot of
something a
guys
public
who's
safety
there.
emergency.
Now
too.
that could be one
While
of
I'm sure
us.
some
Did you
group
climb
of
up the-
officials must have gotten together
Yeah,
to
we
discuss
got
their
up on the
options,
fence 'cause
they clearly decided
Larry
the
was
easiest
down
way
to one
forward
eye.
was just to let it run its course.
Down to one eye?
Yeah, I was leading
Fortunately,
him around.
things were
He
wrapping
was
up sooner
smashed.
than later.
Oh.
Come
Yeah,
Monday
he was
morning, most of the
had one
crowd had
eye
entered
closed,
the
so
acceptance
he could
stadium.
Down to
only
one
see
eye.
one
The
of
favorite headliners
everything.
were not going to show up.
Larry
Bands
eyed
like
his
Doobie
silicosis.
Brothers and the then unknown Eagles took the stage. There was less than half the original
Yeah, I
crowd
guess the
remaining.
Eagles was
As
there.
people
I'm
walked
sure
back
we
to their
saw
cars,
him because
dehydrated,
Okay, is this
dejected,
how it
and dispirited,
looked?
many found their vehicles broken
he was
into,
like right there on the
tires
side
stolen,
of the
or worse,
side of
not
that
there
road.
at all. Every single car that was parked along the expressway, for example, got towed.
Yeah, we did.
Just getting out of the area required drastic measures. It reminded me of people fleeing a village in wartime, recounted an Indiana state policeman. They were
Who
hanging
probably
off
had never
vehicles.
been in a
There was
village
debris
during
and
wartime.
trash everywhere.
I saw
Back
these
on
movies,
Bull Island,
man.
however, a small group of diehards were sticking it out.
Were you still there?
Even
Yeah.
long
Yeah.
after the final band had finished, they held out hope that Rod Stewart would indeed be making a last-minute appearance.
Yeah, right.
All
Were
through
you,
the
were
night
you
they
there
waited.
waiting for Rod?
But when the sun
No,
finally
no,
began
we
to
were
rise
there
Tuesday
scavenging
morning,
for
even
food.
these guys were forced back into reality.
Somebody
In a final
left
act
a
of
whole,
defiance, some 100
big
of them stormed the
box full of
stage,
Campbell's
ripped apart the
soup, all different
scaffolding, and set the
kinds.
entire
We
wooden structure on
Dumped them
fire.
all in one thing.
Along
and
with it burned the
set 'em
mobile
over the
homes that
fire,
served
and it
as
was
dressing
delicious.
rooms and a few trucks backstage. The Erie Canal and Soda
I'd
Pop
never
Rock
eat
Festival had
most of
officially
that
gone
stuff.
down in
Yeah.
flames.
But altogether, it wasn't
Later
bad.
that afternoon, some 25 Illinois state troopers would scour the property for stragglers, as well as potential overdose victims who may have gone unnoticed.
Yeah.
The trash was so thick, the landowner wouldn't even bother cleaning it up. He simply bulldozed it, burying the trash under layers of soil, where it continues to decompose today.
Oh my God. The
Fortunately,
animals
the
are
state
probably
troopers did
stoned
not
to the
find anything
bone.
that afternoon, although there were 2 deaths that occurred earlier. One young man drowned in the Wabash River, allegedly trying to avoid paying the entrance fee, and another young man died of an overdose when he could not be brought to the hospital in time.
To most,
Any
it was a
festival that
bummer.
ends in death is a tragedy, but Bull Island is a tragedy that could have been a much bigger tragedy.
Yeah.
Perhaps it truly is a
That's the way to
testament
look at
to
it.
the
Yeah.
peacefulness of the hippie generation that things didn't get much
Yeah.
worse.
Yeah. I think some of the other ones.
The organizers, Bob Alexander and Tom Duncan, faced a laundry list of lawsuits and
the
fines.
second.
They were even jailed for failure to pay up on one of the
The second Woodstock.
Was much more.
Oh, it was horrible. They burnt the stage while they were still playing. You know, come on.
At least wait till the next day.
Yeah. Damn.
Okay, these guys went to jail.
I don't know. I don't know if they did or not.
I think that's what it said.
I seen a thing not long ago where they wanted to do it again. I mean, just a few months ago.
At Bull Island again.
Yeah. They thought it would be a great idea to
Dude, what
try
do you
another
think?
one.
What do you think?
I
Could we
would.
survive?
Oh, if we went?
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah, I'm sure we could.
depends.
We
right?
got almost a whole brain together.
Depends. We don't need no
Better
outhouses.
take a truckload.
Their tragedy. Perhaps it truly is a testament to the peacefulness of the hippie generation that things didn't get much worse.
Could always been worse.
The organizers, Bob Alexander and Tom Duncan, faced a laundry list of lawsuits and fines. They were even jailed for failure to pay up on one of the judgments. But after they were able to prove that they were indeed completely broke, in part because so many people snuck in for free, they were released.
Damn it, man.
Tom Duncan left the business
Now
a
I
few
feel
years
bad.
later, but Bob Alexander had a long and successful career in promotions and media.
Kinda.
In
He
late
does look
2020, he
familiar.
passed away at age
Looks like
77.
my neighbor Donnie.
So was Bull Island the worst music festival of all time?
No.
Well, before we answer that question, I think it's important to cut Bob into
The dude that created this, I guarantee you, he never thought somebody that was actually there would be sitting here watching it and critiquing it. He's just going, "Well,
Hey,
I read this out of, I was 14 years old, last year, so I don't have a clue what happened to these kind of things."
I was going into the Vogue to see Dweezil Zappa with one of my buddies, and people behind me was talking about Bull
Island?
Yeah, this is like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
It was before the big COVID thing.
Yeah.
But I turned around. I said, "Hey, was you guys there?" And he said, "Yeah." And I said, "Well, I was there." And he said, "Well, what do you remember?" And I said, "Well, I remember Albert King starting it out." And he said, "And who came out?" And I said, "Big Mama Thornton." He said, "You were there." So yeah, it was pretty cool to see somebody else that spent time there.
Dude, if they do another one,
Yeah, it would. I'd go.
I'd be there live streaming it, and of course, trying to pick up women. You couldn't do that because,
I'm married.
Right? That's what I'm saying. You couldn't do that, but you make a great wingman because
Yeah.
you're unavailable.
Yeah. Nobody ever wanted me as a wingman, but hey,
Oh shit!
don't. I can't hear.
All right, let's finish this thing. It's supposed to be 18 minutes long, and we've taken, I don't know, probably 45.
Oh yeah.
And I don't have. There may be nobody watching this, but I don't care. This is good.
Tom some slack.
I mean, I do care.
Had the festival gone on as originally planned at Chandler Raceway, there would have been far fewer issues. All those local officials who fought so hard to keep the festival out, well, they were ironically making it a much bigger mess. Also, Bull Island deserves some credit for, actually happening. Unlike Firefest, there was at least some music every
Winnebago.
night, and so many of the attendees,
Shitter's full.
in spite of everything, have fond memories. Drinking their Boone's Farm
Cousin
wine,
Eddie.
walking down Alice in Wonderland Lane, swimming
I
in
had
the
a car just
Wabash
like
River.
that.
That said, when you take a step back, Bull Island really does seem like some cruel reality TV show. 250,000 people just dropped on an island with no shelter, toilets, or drinking water. Given all sorts of drugs, but with some poisonous doses. And on the third day, when there just isn't enough drama, the producers raise the price of a hamburger to $63 just to see how everyone reacts.
Burn the place down.
So
It's
that's
how
what it
surreal
was.
music
Yeah.
festival.
It was an
Scripted.
experiment.
It was, yeah.
We want to see how these idiots respond.
I want to give a huge thank you to the
$63
folks on the
hamburger.
Bull Island Facebook group for digging up so many great resources.
Glad we could help you.
Also to Dan Davis for writing this book, and to Sean
there's
McDevitt for all the
the
work
Bull
he's
Island
done
Rock
to catalog
Festival
the festival,
book.
including tracking down this footage from the Indiana State.
Hang on a second. Hang on a second. I want to see that. And there'll probably somebody at least in the chat want to see that. Can you hear her?
Who?
You hear Oakley out there whining?
Oh, Oakley.
Producers raised the price of a hamburger to $63 just to see how everyone reacts. It's perhaps the most surreal music festival of all time. I want to give a huge thank you to the folks on the Bull Island Facebook group for digging up so many great resources. Also to Dan Davis for writing this book.
Dan Davis. You know Dan Davis? That's surely not the Dan Davis we know as the guitar.
I know a Dan Davis from Knightstown, but I doubt seriously.
I know a Dan Davis from, I think, Hagerstown, guitar player.
Yeah, I don't know him. Huh.
the Bull Island Rock Festival, the experience had by me and others at the 72 Erie Canal Soda Pop Festival. What a name.
Yeah.
Not quite as catchy as Woodstock, but
No.
you know.
And to Sean McDevitt for all the work he's done to catalog the festival, including tracking down this footage from the Indiana State Police. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. All right, there we go.
The meltdown of Russia's music scene. Look at him. Oh, sorry. What a dick. Oh, man.
Oh, okay. Let's go back over here to the, there we go. See if anybody's still watching. There are a few people still watching. Thank you all.
Hey, thanks.
Yeah. Lori Arnold still here. Mater's here. Hot Summer. Can you hear her?
Yeah. Oakley.
Oakley. It's okay. She never does this when it's just me back here. She loves Mel. What can you say? Yeah. You know, it happens.
Well, yeah. Shaka loved me too.
Yes. Before we start our game, anybody have any questions or anything? I had a hurt ankle last year.
Oh, no.
You should, oh my God, I can't wait. Definitely go. I'm not sure where you go. You two are hilarious. Oh.
Just being me.
Yeah. We aren't even on anything.
Yeah.
Drinking Mountain Dew and
Diet
Coke and yeah, we've been funny before, I imagine.
Yeah.
At a, you know, Al Baba Now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. We did a that it'll take too long to explain. Well, maybe next time you're here we'll talk about Al Baba Now.
Yeah.
It'd be nice.
If anybody ever comes to Indiana, you can come and see Project 19.
Yeah, Mel's playing in a band, Project 19. Mel still plays professionally. Larry still plays professionally. Me and you and Joe and Larry may do a reunion concert at some point in the summer, possibly.
Maybe. If
we do, I'll live stream it and charge everybody $10 to watch.
Okay.
And well, I mean, these folks may not watch, but there'll be people around here that would pay to watch us.
Yeah.
See us play one more time.
There you go.
One more time. Lori says, Doofus, can you live stream them playing? I can as soon as I get a phone. I was explaining that the phone I've got, I can't download any apps. I can't download Sling. I can't download YouTube. And Sling, I need to turn my TV, and YouTube, I need to live stream. So I got it, but I'll work something out here very, very soon. Right at the moment, the next thing I got to do is get a mixing board because we're running this straight in since the box broke last night. So very cool. And you two are like teenage boys together.
Yeah. Mentally, I am a teenage boy.
Do you remember our fishing trips?
Oh, yeah.
To
some good fishing trips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To
Lake Haven.
And Summit Lake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had really good luck at Lake Haven. I smoked a cigarette and thought I was going to
barf. I did, and yeah. No, you're talking about really fishing.
Yeah.
Because you smoked a cigarette, you turned green, and you were and we were heading back in because you were sick and just dragging the pole behind, the line behind the boat over your shoulder.
Yeah. I almost caught a record crappie.
No, I was talking about the fishing trips like the one to Summit Lake where the park ranger came and I was on the playground equipment.
Was that Summit Lake or was that Westwood?
Oh, that might have been Westwood Park.
Yeah.
It might have been. I think it was Westwood Park.
Yeah.
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 We want to hear more about the sex parties?
Oh, no.
No, not maybe. I don't know. Can you tell? We can't really tell any of it, can we?
No, well,
Mel didn't do anything, by the way, Lisa, if you're watching. It was the stories were all with her. I mean, as far as
well, yeah. You're right.
I'm covering Mel.
Well,
agree with me, dude.
You are right.
I am right, though.
Yeah.
Most of the stories.
Yeah. After I met Lisa, it was all.
After you met Lisa, it was That's for real. That's
absolutely.
But we had some other times.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah. Back before then.
Back in the 1900s.
Yeah. Jeez. Yeah, like 20 years back.
Oh shit.
Further back.
Yeah.
1980s.
1980s.
Yeah.
And shoes. Cocaine ruled the 1980s everywhere, but with us, of course. But the rest of the nation was, and almost everybody around us was doing it all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, that was the thing.
Yeah.
And then
it was more easy to get.
Oh, it was so much easier to get than anything else.
Yeah.
And then but the problem was it went, the 80s started and then all of a sudden the 90s are here and everybody's like, wait, what, what happened in the 80s?
Yeah. And then they were into stuff that'll kill you.
Yeah. Then it started getting into, yeah.
People trying to be careful and wang.
Yeah.
Just that right cocktail. And just better to leave it alone.
Mm. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
The pause and second laugh. They know what we mean. All right. You want to play a game with them? You play a game with chat?
Well, what's that?
It is, you'll be really good at this. It is Guess the Song, Legendary Guitar Riffs.
Cool.
What do you think?
I'll try it.
Yeah. All right. Chat, you ready? Here we go. No. Here we go. Here's question one. Walk This Way by
Aerosmith.
Okay. This gives chat time to answer. Walk This Way by Aerosmith. Yeah, see, my box doesn't work, or else I'd have. I'm sorry.
Sweet Home Alabama.
Turn it up. Sorry. Sweet Home Alabama by Skinnerd. Lanyard Skinnerd Band.
Lanyard Skinnerd. Back in Black, AC/DC. Ba-dam, 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 ba-dam.
Been pretty easy so far.
Stairway.
Jeez.
Led Zeppelin.
Did you see Zeppelin?
Twice.
Did you see him in 77 at Market Square?
No. I seen him in 1970 at the Indianapolis State Fair
Coliseum.
And I saw him in 75 at Market Square.
At Market Square, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like counting off 1, 2.
Yeah.
Oh,
Day
Tripper by the Ruddles. Got a good reason. Taking it easy, yeah.
Yeah. I know it's Lenny Kravitz, but I don't know.
It is Lenny Kravitz. You're Gonna Come My Way. Are you going to come my way or something like that?
Yeah.
Or you
Yeah, I have
come
no
my way.
idea what
That
the
always
name is.
reminds me of the George Brown joke.
Oh no.
Yeah. He got off the elevator and Corinne and the little freaking Irish dude. Brian were standing there, and he'd been up at 6th floor doing George, and he came down there and the door opened, and they said, Corinne said, George, you smell good. What are you wearing? And he says, it's called Come to Me. Does it smell like Come to You?
Oh no. Good old George.
George. Da, da, da. Are you going to go my way? Okay, so come when they were involved. Oh, Barracuda.
Art.
Yeah. Ann and Nancy.
Oh, yeah.
Barracuda. Yeah, I think it. No, I'm not sure. I'm not sure,
Yeah,
but I played that metal. I played some metal.
Yeah.
I think it's Megadeth because they were always like that.
Yeah, it's a good guess.
I don't know the name of the song. I'm just guessing from the style.
Megadeth, Symphony of Destruction.
I did Symphony of Destruction. Ever since I was a young boy, I played a silver ball.
Ooh.
Who?
Yeah. He's on first. Pinball Wizard. Fear the Reaper. Don't fear the Reaper.
Little Oyster
Little
Cult.
Oyster Cult.
BOC. More cowbell.
Yeah. Always a
great rock song, man.
Oh yeah.
Jeez. No idea. I'm going to guess Fleetwood Mac because it sounds kind of Fleetwood Mac-ish.
Yeah. Oh, Peter Gabriel.
Peter Gabriel.
Oh, Salisbury Hill.
Hmm.
I met my thrill. The Animals.
A house in New Orleans.
House of the Rising Sun.
They come. House of the Rising Sun. You animals. ZZ Top.
Best dressed man.
Yeah, sharp dressed.
Sharp dressed man. ZZ Top. Best dressed.
We played Sharp Dressed Man at a bar in Indianapolis over by the Speedway. Okay, the bar had chicken wire around the stage.
Oh,
and we played Sharp Dressed Man. We finished the song, and this dude stands up and goes, "Play some ZZ Top." And Kenny Hill was our front man.
Oh.
The 6'4" skinny Kenny.
Yeah.
He got it. Oh my. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Van Halen.
Yeah, Ain't Talking About Love.
Yeah,
right.
Talking About Love.
Ain't Talking About Love. Killer player.
Oh.
Yeah. Carry on, everyone's time. Did you? Was it me and you that went to the Kansas and? Oh crap! Steve Perry.
Nope, missed that one.
What was the band Steve Perry was with?
Journey.
Damn. All I could think of was Foreigner. I knew it wasn't Foreigner. It was Journey and Steve. It was Journey in Kansas at the acoustically perfect Clues Hall at Butler University.
Yep.
Did we go see the Tubes and Talking Heads together? Okay. That was a party night.
Rocking like a hurricane scorpion.
Yeah. Here I
am. Smoke on the water, deep purple. That is a no-brainer. Yeah. No.
Chuck. Oh, maybe not.
Good. Yeah.
It is, yeah. It's got to
start like that.
But Johnny Be Good.
Yep.
No duck walking across the stage.
Oh, yeah. Chuck.
Inner Sandman.
Metallica.
Exit light. More than a feeling. Killer players. Or guy. Layla. Derek. I played and I got copyright hit big time. But the night that the day of Jeff Beck passing away, I played Clapton and Page and Jeff Beck all doing Layla.
Oh yeah.
Billy Wyman from the Stones was playing the bass. It was great.
Rush. I can't think of the names of them.
I can't either. Closer to the heart. Closer to the heart. Yeah.
Do the Munchkin.
Yeah, closer to the heart. Oh, I missed that. Hold on. Well, you gotta let me know. Should I stay or should I go?
The Clash.
The Clash. I think that's who it was because I just got the very end of it because we were talking.
Hey.
From all those years of disc jockeying.
Every breath I take, the police, the cops.
It's a stalker song.
The screws.
Oakley Girl. Pretty woman walking down the street. Pretty woman, kinda like to me. A pretty woman.
Oh, Born to Be Wild, Steppenwolf.
John Kay and Steppenwolf.
Yeah.
Number one song in 1968.
It was a great song.
Oh, a killer song. Born to be. I see you, baby girl.
Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Yes, Nirvana. Right? Nirvana?
Yeah.
Good song.
Yeah.
I'm not sure either. Oh.
Ace of Spades by Motorhead.
Okay.
Oh, Money for Nothing.
Dire Straits. She must have to go to the bathroom. Either I gotta pull pause that because
You're the one I love. REM.
REM.
The one I love.
The one I love. Nice. Hendrix.
Oh yeah.
Nobody made it sing like Jimi Hendrix.
You can make it talk.
Make it talk. Make that thing talk. Beat it.
Beat it.
Or eat it.
Yeah.
Weird Al. It might have been the Weird Al version.
Yeah. Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson. Batting third.
Actually,
Switch hitter.
Steve Lukather, he's the one who wrote it.
Guns N' Roses.
Buns and Hoses.
Is that Sweet Child of Mine?
Yeah.
Buns and Hoses. I know who this is. That's Seven Nation Army, White Stripes.
Wow. Good call.
Oh.
That's you again, sir. I've heard it, but I have no clue who the hell's doing it.
I can't think either. The Final Countdown by Europe.
It's because they didn't play that
Yeah.
says Final Countdown. Paranoid Sabbath.
Yes. Been with my woman. She doesn't help me with my mind.
Start Me Up, the Stones. Or it could have been the Folksmen.
The folks. Start me up.
Start Me Up, Never Stop.
You make a grown man cry. You make a dead man.
Come on.
Who was that?
I don't know. You got me. Pearl Jam.
Pearl Jam. Alive.
Oh. Yes.
Owner of the Lonely Heart.
Yes.
Yes. We're getting down to our last one. Eye of the Tiger. Oh.
What the hell? Survivor.
Survivor, that's it. Oh, crap.
Oh.
Here we go. Boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom. That should be it. All right, game over. So what do you think? You had some fun?
Yeah.
All right, let's go see what the chat says, and we'll say goodnight here. We've been doing this for about an hour and a half. That's a pretty fair show, don't you think? Coolness abounds. Rocky. Eye of the Tiger, Eye of the Tiger, Eye of the Tiger. Yes. Owner of the Lonely Heart. Fun. Good. I'm glad. I hope you guys had some fun. And and thank you for being here tonight.
Thanks for having me, Barry.
Hey, man, it's a pleasure, dude.
Hey.
Chat, what do you think? Would you like to see Melvis back on here at some point? And again, possibly, you know, you're not really going to have a choice if we do a road trip. I'm going to be riding with him. So Echo said, thanks for the fun with music games. You're welcome, Echo. Peace, brother. Yes, please. They're saying yes, please, to having Melvis back on.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah, love one another. Right now.
Cool.
Right now.
Coolness abounds.
Yes to Melvis. All right. What do you think, man?
Thank you. Yeah, this is fun.
Yes, thumbs up. Music, dancing, hearts, peace. Thumbs up, all kinds of emojis.
Yeah. Emojis.
My emoji is the talking head from Easter Island, the Moai.
Oh, the Moai.
Yeah. Dumb.
Yeah. Whatever the hell they are, they're wild looking things.
Just watched a video of Mel's band playing Dancing Shoes.
Cool.
I
had $1 for every time I played that. Okay.
Because you guys got requested, you had to learn Dancing Shoes. Somebody, that is crazy, Subsonic.
Yeah, the thing
Project 19. You can find. I've got a couple of their videos up online, and I'm sure others. There are plenty of videos you can find them. They're on Facebook. You got some other stuff on your own. You have
I did before my phone went away. Yeah, we do. It's Project 19, the number 19, Central Indiana. Wait. Project 19 band, Central Indiana, and we'll come up.
Subsonic played with Carl Story.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
well, that
who could that be? Let's figure out who's Subsonic. No, because we're not going to doc. We're not. Mel and I off screen will toy around but Carl's played with a lot of people.
Oh, Carl.
Oh my gosh. Killer guitar player with Carl Story and the Tornadoes.
Oh,
Charlie Smith.
Yeah. He played with us.
Yeah. Who was the bass player
for who?
With the Tornadoes? Do you remember?
I don't know. I just remember the Faith
was
band.
Barnes
Chosen Few.
Did Dave Barnes play drums with the Tornadoes, or was he strictly?
He might have. He probably did.
Did.
Yeah, I don't know. I just remember
that is crazy.
My brother played with Carl, or not so much Carl, but Dave Bennett, Dave Barnes. The guy. I'll think of it later.
Keyboard player.
No, he was the bass player. Eldon Pitts. They were called the Wild Things. And before that, they were called the Cutaways. And that was, before Carl joined. But when Carl joined, my brother had already left to go to the military, and he missed out on it. But they are one of the best bar bands I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
And Carl and Dave and John Casella and all of them.
Okay, when we were doing the thing and we was doing the indie bars, what bands stood out to you? You remember like the Y Store and
Light.
As far as the local Light,
yeah, they were really, really good.
What was the 3-piece band? Rods and Cones.
Oh,
remember Rods and Cones?
Yes.
Gee whiz.
A.K. Lavin-Good.
Oh man,
the best guitar players around.
And they put out such full sound.
Oh yeah,
they for a 3-piece. Great. They did.
He play slide with a Heineken ball.
Yeah,
and tear it up.
Oh, jeez. Oh, okay. We got you, Sonic. We're getting close.
Okay. Later, Sonic.
Sorry, dude. We're just reminiscing. It's just.
Yeah, I know those guys my whole life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and the the indie venues that are no longer there, especially like the Patio and the Raz, the Enterprise, Bentley's,
Peppermint Twist,
well,
it was more of a disco.
George Klein.
There was some fun places.
Oh God, we had
Lots of bars.
We had too much fun. We had more fun than we, we had our fun, and I think we had fun for a lot of people that weren't allowed to have fun. So they should thank us for, making sure their fun didn't go to waste.
That's a good way to look at it, Barris.
All right, brother.
All right, man.
Thank you so very much for being here. We'll
man, you're welcome.
We'll do this again. This has been the most enjoyable live in a long time. Thanks for the laughs, boys. Well, thank you, Lori. Subsonic, man. We're gonna have to get together with Subsonic somehow.
Oh yeah.
I mean that's just.
Yeah, don't hit me. I'm sorry. I'll shut up.
Oh, thank you, Annie. Thank you, everybody, for watching. We do appreciate it. And I'm going to be on with Lori Arnold. We're going to turn the tables. Lori's going to interview me. That's going to be coming up Saturday night at 7 p.m. Then I'll be back next week. Actually, I kind of like this 9 o'clock start time. It's kind of, I'm going to move into prime time. Instead of DUFUS after dark, I'm going to be DUFUS in prime time starting next week.
DUFUS at twilight.
Well, we'll get to, we'll get to that as the year moves along and it gets darker or gets darker later,
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be on.
It will be twilight.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
9 o'clock.
Yeah. Twilight.
Yeah.
That was
Twilight Zone.
It was the book Twilight. That was one of the jokes that was made last night when they were trying to read my lips. I said, I'm going to go read
a joke.
I'm going to go read the novel. Going to go read the book Twilight. One of the things they were kidding about. They were kidding about purple underwear.
Oh.
Yeah. All right, man. Again, thank you, brother. Greatly appreciate it. We'll do it again. And thank you all for watching. Greatly appreciate all of you. Namaste. Shalom. Salam. Assalamu alaikum. Blessings from the Most High, His Son Christ Jesus, in the name of the Holy Spirit. Power, praise, peace, love, positive vibes. It's a dark world. Try to be a light.